call came at 11:43 p.m. I remember the exact time because that was the moment my marriage began to fall apart. My husband, Daniel, was in the shower. His phone was charging on the nightstand beside me. We had been married for 8 years, and in all that time I had never felt the need to check his phone. I trusted him completely. Then it rang. The screen lit up with a name I had never seen before. "Don't answer. Just tell him I miss him." My heart stopped. At first, I thought it was a prank. Maybe a wrong number. Maybe some strange joke. But then another message appeared. "I can't keep pretending anymore." I stared at the screen, unable to breathe. The bathroom door opened, and Daniel walked out, drying his hair. The moment he saw his phone, the color drained from his face. For the first time in our marriage, I saw fear in his eyes. "Who is she?" I asked. He froze. "She's nobody." Nobody. The oldest lie in the world. If she was nobody, why did he look like his entire world was collapsing? That night, he gave me every excuse imaginable. He said she was a former coworker. He said she was confused. He said I was overthinking. And because I loved him, a small part of me wanted to believe him. But what I didn't know that night was that the phone call was only the beginning. The truth waiting behind it was far worse than anything I could imagine. For days, I tried to convince myself everything was fine. I cooked dinner. I smiled. I acted like nothing had happened. But something inside me had changed. Every time Daniel left the room, I wondered who he was texting. Every time his phone buzzed, my stomach tightened. The trust that had taken years to build was disappearing piece by piece. Then one afternoon, while cleaning the home office, I found something. A hotel receipt. 2 guests. 1 room. 3 months earlier. My hand started shaking. Daniel had told me he was attending a business conference that weekend. I remembered because I had stayed home alone while he promised to call every night. Suddenly every memory felt different. Every smile. Every excuse. Every late meeting. The pieces were beginning to connect. And deep down, I already knew the answer. I just wasn't ready to face it. Because the moment I accepted the truth, my marriage would never be the same again. And unfortunately, the truth was already on its way. The next few weeks felt like living inside a storm. I began noticing things I had ignored for years. The way Daniel guarded his phone. The sudden work trips. The unexplained expenses. The distance between us. One evening, while he slept beside me, I looked at him and realized something heartbreaking. I no longer recognized the man I married. The following week, the same number called again. This time I answered. The woman was silent for several seconds. Then she whispered, "You don't know everything, do you?" My entire body went cold. "What are you talking about?" She hesitated. Then she said something that changed my life forever. "We'd been together for almost 3 years. 3 years. Half of our marriage." I felt as if the floor had disappeared beneath me. I wanted to scream. I wanted to hang up. Instead, I listened. Because for the first time, someone was telling me the truth. She explained how Daniel had promised her he would leave me. How he claimed our marriage was already over. How he kept making excuses. Ironically, she sounded just as betrayed as I was. We were 2 women living inside the same lie. The pain was unbearable. For weeks I cried when nobody was watching. I questioned everything. Was I not enough? Had I missed warning signs? Had our entire marriage been fake? But eventually, something changed. The sadness slowly turned into clarity. I realized his choices were not a reflection of my worth. They were a reflection of his character. And that realization gave me strength. Instead of confronting him immediately, I started preparing. I gathered financial records. Saved messages. Collected evidence. I spoke with a lawyer. For the first time in months, I felt in control. Meanwhile, Daniel continued pretending. He kissed my forehead every morning. He told me he loved me. He acted like the perfect husband. But behind every smile, I now saw the truth. And the more he lied, the more determined I became. I wasn't planning revenge fueled by anger. I was planning freedom. And freedom would require patience. What Daniel didn't realize was that his biggest secret was already exposed. The only thing left was the moment he would finally face the consequences. That moment arrived sooner than expected. On our anniversary, Daniel organized a dinner with family and close friends. Everyone gathered to celebrate what they believed was a happy marriage. The irony was almost painful. Halfway through dinner, Daniel stood up and gave a speech. He talked about loyalty, trust, commitment. Every word felt unbelievable. When he finished, everyone applauded. Then I stood up. The room became quiet. I thanked him for the speech. And then I calmly placed a folder on the table. Inside were the hotel receipts, messages, financial records, proof. The silence that followed felt endless. Daniel's face turned pale. Nobody said a word. For years he had controlled the story. That night, the truth spoke for itself. There was no shouting. No dramatic argument. Just facts. And facts were stronger than excuses. For the first time, Daniel had nowhere to hide. The months that followed were difficult, but they were also healing. The divorce was finalized. Daniel lost more than he expected. Not because I wanted to destroy him, but because every choice eventually carries consequences. As for the other woman, she left too. The moment she learned the full truth, she walked away from him. In the end, the lies that connected them became the reason everything fell apart. And me? I slowly rebuilt my life. I traveled. Made new friends. Rediscovered parts of myself I had forgotten. The woman who once cried herself to sleep became someone stronger than she ever imagined. Sometimes people ask if I regret answering that phone call. My answer is always the same. No. Because that call didn't destroy my life. It revealed the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts before it heals. Looking back now, I understand something important. A broken promise can shatter a heart. A betrayal can change a life. But honesty, even painful honesty, creates a path forward. The call that ended my marriage also gave me something I didn't know I needed. Freedom. And for that, I will always be grateful.